Hi and welcome to BikeNord. My name is Öhlins. Today we will talk about the suspension from the Swedish company Öhlins, or as you call it, Öhlins, but it's actually Öhlins because it's O with the two dots, and that's Öhlins, not Öhlins. It's like my name, Göran. It's not Goran, it's Göran. You know, the O with the two dots, Göran. Okay. Okay, let's get started. The suspension from Öhlins are really famous, world famous for racing, for normally day driving, everything. All kind of bikes, you can find it on both front and back. All kind of cars you can find this suspension for. So it's a really world famous racing suspension from the beginning, and now it's actually for everyone who wants to have something extra than stock suspension. So Öhlins was started up 1976 in Sweden, and a couple of years later they won their first world championship in motocross and enduro. And Kent Öhlin, the founder of Öhlins, have been doing suspension since then, and the story goes on. So yeah, this is one of the world's best suspension you can find. I'm very fond of Öhlins, of course, but I'm also, as you know, very fond of Legend suspension. I like Legend suspension because they have focused on only or mainly Harley Davidson, have done the best suspension for Harleys, and they actually thought about everything. Öhlins made the best suspension also for Harleys and other bikes, but there is some small features that I think is better on Legend, but that's my point of view. It's up to you to decide. This particular suspension is for a Harley Davidson Street Glide customer. It's a 13-inch length, adjustable for rebound as well. So the product name of this suspension is S36 DR1L. Let's open the box and see what's inside. So inside you find the manual instructions. You find a small red book with all the TÜV certifications for Europe. Very important to have. And in the instructions you find the instructions sheet, how to install, how to adjust, in English, in German. Yeah, even you have some stickers, really good, nice to have, in this great Swedish colors, blue and yellow, beautiful. If you don't like that, there is a black one as an alternative. Never mind, we're not here for the stickers. So inside the box we actually find the suspension. So there are two of them, of course. They are actually similar. There is some kind of brackets that come with a package that you need for installation, and there are also a handle for adjustment. So it should be easier to adjust the suspension when it's on the bike. The difference between Öhlins and Legend to change the preload is actually on Öhlins you have this handle that you need to have with you, but a Legend suspension you actually turn the spring to change the preload. So yeah, but then maybe it's easier to use a handle, so that's what you like. So that's what comes in the box. And let's look a little bit closer on the suspension itself. So this is the suspension. You have a serial number, and you also have the Öhlins brand logo. And then on this side you have actually the product number, what kind of product it is. And this is adjustable in 3 different ways. You can adjust it, the length of the total suspension, extend it 5 millimeter or increase it 5 millimeter. So it's up to you and what kind of adjustment you want on the suspension. Sometimes when you have a longer suspension, you will raise the bike. With that adjustment, you also will have a more direct steering in the front, so the bike will actually go faster into the corner and be more direct on the steering. Okay, so that's about the length. You can change that. You have the preload up here, and you adjust it with a handle that comes in the box. And the preload you do depending on what kind of load you have on the bike. Your weight together with your passenger, and your weight together with your passenger, and if you have some package or whatever on the bike. So that's the preload. And then you have the rebound adjustment down here. It's actually very easy to twist, and you count the amount of twists, and then you can adjust the rebound. There is one thing I don't like about this, is that you need to take off, if you have saddlebags that you normally have on a street glide or touring bike, you need to take off the whole bag to be able to adjust the rebound. On Legend, for example, you have a small notch that you can twist, and it's very easy to reach, because you just have to take loose the saddlebag and just open it a little bit, then you can put down the arm just to adjust the rebound knob on Legend. This is not possible on Öhlins. You really have to take off the bags. But except for that, it's a fantastic suspension. It's really are. So I've been riding with Öhlins a lot, and I really like it. It's totally different from stock suspension. And you have all this adjustment that you can do as well to change your ride depending on your riding style and how you want to ride the bike at that actually time. So that's the main difference between the stock suspension. So yeah, this is about it. The serial, it's called the Black Line, and that's the Harley line of suspension, and there is a lot of different models for that. Just check out Öhlins homepage, and you'll find out which suspension is most suitable for your bike. This suspension is for a street glide. It's 13" of length, and that's 1 inch longer than stock suspension. So just depending on the length, you will feel a big difference in the handling of the bike. So yeah, that's all from me, and hopefully we will do a video where we can ride the suspension on the bike and give you a review on that experience. But until then, have a really nice day. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.